evening and welcome and hello to the Ohm Service Live with me, Mocky Mark. We've got Steve BFG and Betty Dilgaff Porter. Hello.
Hello.
You were quieter last week.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was a tired Betty, but now I'm like, thanks, Mark.
Yeah, we need it. It's so like, gotta do it. It's been one of those days, hasn't it? So I'm absolutely knackered.
I can relate to that. I'm kind of that way myself. Just quite really busy in work at the moment. Everyone's kind of catching up with me. You know, it's early starts and kind of late finishes to a certain extent. Obviously, I was never bloody doing them again, but needs must, doesn't it? But,
yeah, you're not kidding.
Hence the reason it's a little tired Betty tonight.
Are we a little tired, Betty?
Yeah, so be gentle with me, chat.
Oh yeah, definitely. Be gentle with all of us.
Yes, plenty of lube, please. Plenty of lube.
Oh gosh. Oh,
Yeah,
Timmy's changed his avatar.
Yeah, he did it the other week, I think.
I didn't notice.
Looks like a Ku Klux Klan hat.
Well,
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's not. It's a face, obviously with curtains. It's one of those faces, you know. Good boy.
we know a joke about that, but I can't tell it live on camera. Right. Well, there's a lot of people in chat, so we better hit the list.
You certainly had. Yes, Zan. Creepy already.
Bill Richards, good evening, sir. Dion, good to see you, mate. Fee, good evening to you too, mate. Grumpy, how you doing, dude? The ever spicy Jules Mama Vapes is with us.
Uggles!
Uggles! Daytime Frank snuck in the back door there, dude. Good evening. Good afternoon, even.
Did you have a bone in it, kid? Have a bone in it?
Oh, I've just swallowed a curd, mate. Paul Anderson, good evening,
Mr.
Pav.
Anderson. Fist bump, Pav.
Good to see you, mate. Scott Morrison, good evening. Some bloke called Porter. I don't know where he's come from. Gailey, good evening, darling. You said Scott Morrison. Stuart Ayrton, good evening. Tammy, Huggles.
Say Huggles.
Late Night Vape Show. Mick, how you doing, dude?
Fist bump.
We've already mentioned him, but he's so good, he's worth mentioning twice. Timmy! Good evening, sir. UK Andy, pleasure to see you, dude. The ever vivacious Vapor Bunny.
Oh, Vapor Bunny.
Huggles!
Diagonal Huggles.
Diagonal Huggles. And the legend that is Irish to round us off. I think I've got everybody. Mark H just snuck in. Lisbeth.
Huggles.
Looked on Funk. Good evening.
Mark H. Did you say Mark H?
I've got Mark H. Noel, good evening, sir.
No, fist bump.
The package will be on its way, Noel. I'm really sorry I haven't got down to the post office. I do apologise, mate. Professor Vapes, good evening.
It's the hashtag get Steve socially distanced laid. I'd pay good money to see that. Because I bet you ain't that fucking long. 2 meters, please. Thanks for the tip.
It's amazing what you can do with Photoshop, dude.
Oh, bless you, Huggles. Extra Huggles for Gaily Bops.
Oh, bless. Right.
So, what tier are we all in tonight then?
Huh?
What tier are we in?
Tier?
Yeah. Well, it's medium, high, and really high.
Ah, you mean medium ups and foobar?
Is it me or is it getting worse?
Oh, it's getting worse.
Oh, I'm right. I get it. I get it now. Sorry, guys. I get it. We've not got that yet.
Oh, you wait. It's coming in. I seen that. I saw a good one. Yesterday? The Welsh government now is trying to ban people to going into Wales.
But you can take your own sheep. That's all right.
What more can you say?
I've now got visions of Mo dressed up as a ninja trying to sneak over the board. Nothing's getting in the way of that dude.
You need a mutant ninja sheep smuggler.
No, I mean, London this afternoon has been moved up to high.
Yeah, so's York, Chesterfield.
So's York. Yeah. So the list is getting longer. What they've not considered is, I know there's a rule in place for childcare when you're sort of estranged from the mother of the children, but there's nothing once they're over 18. There's nothing in there for special needs kids, which I think is diabolical. I mean, yes, these are personal issues for me, but I think there's a hell of a lot more people out there with the same issues. Yeah.
See, this tier 2 that they've brought in, everyone's in limbo completely. You're getting no help from either side.
Yeah.
So like you might as well put everybody in tier 3. At least it's sort of like you've got that part of furlough and things like that, which is, was it 2/3 of your wages? I mean, come on, I'm on minimum wage. I mean, 2/3 of that is ridiculous.
Good evening, Simon.
Silent fist bump.
It's the like I said that it's the cleaner who works on our place. Although she works for another company, she's only kind of subcontracted in. Last month, she got £178 as a wage for the month to feed a family of 5.
Yeah.
The month.
A month.
Jesus.
But she's got a funny feeling that the company that she works for have been on a little bit of the hey diddle.
All right.
Because I think she's now called a bluff, which I think is going to happen with quite a lot of companies that have said that they've put people on to furlough and they haven't.
Yeah. Shell got bitten by that one.
Really?
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. The checks don't seem to be in place.
No.
It was such a knee-jerk reaction that people are getting caught, and you know they can't afford to be caught. Money's getting tight.
Yeah,
prices are going up. You know, Italy they've now said Italy's got to go into 14-day.
Yeah.
Anybody traveling to Italy's got to go into 14-day isolation. How's that going to work, though, when you've got drivers coming across Europe with goods?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's totally different, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's rules for one and rules for the other. It's as simple as that. It's the way it's the way of the world. It's always been like that, and it'll always continue like that. You just carry on as normal. We'll just turn a blind eye to it.
And the god of the gutter, the lord
Cheers,
of
Irish.
lewdness, the saint of sin is in. Good evening, sinner.
Sinner, fist bump. And a thimble of milk and one cocoa puff for my breakfast. Yeah, that's about as much as I need.
Yeah, is it over yet? I wish to God it was over. I wish it was. I wish people would just adhere to the rules and regulations are there for us to adhere to, right? And if people followed those rules, we wouldn't be in this shit. But I think, to be honest with you, the governments have laxed too many things, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, let's face it, they were actually... They was encouraging people to actually go out.
Yeah. But that's what's causing all this. It's a catch-22 situation at the moment. But if they put all these rules and regulations again into place with the lockdowns and all these different tiers and things like that they're doing, yeah, that's great for the next 4 weeks or so. But then what do they do? How much are they going to lax? And then after that 4 weeks, how much are they going to lax again? Or relax, should I say? and then we're going to be back in the same bloody situation yet again.
I mean, there was on about it that 2 weeks ago that there was recommending that we have a circuit breaker. In other words, we have another national lockdown again for 2 weeks. But once that 2 weeks is over and done with, rates are going to go back up again.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like...
Couple have snuck in. We've got Flashy 1221 and Jenny.
Jenny, big huggles to Jenny.
Darling, I hope you're feeling better. I really do. Bless.
Does that sound a bit better, guys? I've pulled the mic a little bit closer.
Yeah. You're such a soft-spoken gentleman.
Yeah, I know. Jules tells me that as well. I need to try and project my voice, but it's something I just can't do.
I've got Stevie Porter reads your bedtime story halfway through, and Harry Potter said, "Fuck, I've lost the page."
Oh, fuck.
He dropped an F-bomb! Makes a change, it wasn't in me.
Thank you.
We need we need to get the Ohm Service swear box. I'll be skint by the end of the month.
Yeah, you'll be skint by the end of the show.
No, mind my P's and Q's tonight.
I'll tell you what, though, son, we'll have a hell of a bar tab ready for... oh, God almighty.
No, we're not going to see the almighty.
New Model Army.
Oh, come to think it, yeah, they're doing, on that subject, for any of you guys who are out there in chat who like New Model Army, like Steve and Mark and I do, next weekend, if you go into the New Model Army's Facebook page, you can buy a ticket for their virtual show, which is getting screened next Saturday. It's only a tenner for the show. You'll be sent a code you can watch on your computer, I think, watch on TV. I'm not sure. It'll probably be on your computer, something like that. For £10, and the show is on for about 2 hours, they reckon. And if you fancy a t-shirt, I think it's an extra 15 quid over and above that. So for £25, you're getting the ticket to watch the show on your computer plus a t-shirt thrown in.
Nude.
Smooth.
Nude Model Army.
The Nude Model Army.
Kevin K. Hello, our dude. Smooth. Good evening.
Hello, Smooth.
We haven't seen Lord Smoothington for some time.
We haven't, yes. It's always nice to see people coming in. It's lovely.
Lovely. Yes, it is. It's gorgeous. Where's the pizza, dude?
There's
It's
Ben.
not good.
Ben's just come in. Hello, Ben.
Ben, dude. Stevie's on commission.
I wish Kevin.
I say.
Oh, what are we vaping on tonight, chaps? I know it's something we don't do all that often, but
I'm not vaping on a lot, to be honest with you. I'm on my Zeus X with my clutch. And in that we've just got it in at shop. It's called Soda Freaks, and this is Passion. Trying that at the moment.
I like a bit of passion.
I like a bit of passion. This is blackcurrant mainly, but it's sort of like got a grape in the background.
Right.
So far, I mean, it's literally, I've only been vaping it sort of like a couple of hours, and yeah, so far, yeah, it's all right. Well, so I've got the SL class and the what's it called now? The Steam Crave Supreme V3, the new one that's come out, which is basically the same as the Aromamizer, the Ragnar. It's just a smaller version of it, really. Top and bottom of it. The actual design, everything, is just basically the same as the Aromamizer, but obviously just a little bit smaller. And in that, I have got my Fry's cream cookie. There you go.
Nice.
And lastly, but not leastly, I've got my billet box with the, whatchamacallit, the vape shell bridge on the inside there. And in that, I have got Morning Fire from, who is it from now? Trying to think who makes it. Flawless.
Very nice.
There you go. It's a raisin bread. I do like it. That's it. That's all I'm on. What you want, Stevie baby?
Oh, me. Right. I have in my hot, sweaty little hand a hard-on with the glass on top. And in that, I have some of the ever gorgeous Rochford Project lemon curd.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
It is gorgeous. There will be a review going up on that on the site. And I also have my daily banger, which is the Boost Plus. And in that, I have some salts, Heisen. Oh, I've gone fuzzy.
Oh, you've gone all warm and fuzzy.
Oh, now my focus.
Put it back to you. Put it back to you.
No, put it back. Put it back.
Oh, sod off both of you. And in that, I have some salts Heisenberg, which is really hitting the spot, to be honest.
Heisenberg.
Now, this week, Shell's got a new device. Bought her a Cocoa Pod. And I'll tell you what, that is one hell of a vape.
A Cocoa Pod?
Yeah, it's the... What's the starter pen? The long, thin one. The pod kit.
Caliburn?
Yeah. It's made by Caliburn. And it's just a square... It's basically a square Caliburn.
All right, so it looks like a...
Looks like
jewel.
a Me-Pod.
So it looks like a jewel then?
UL Caliburn Cocoa.
That's the one.
Just because it's in chat.
What a cracking device.
Right, okay, bored now. Move on.
All right. Betty, what are you sucking on?
No, that was it. I'm not interested. Go. I'm on the Oxford Origin X. Quite enjoying this, actually. Really nice. Quite good flavour, but PWM mod in it. It's just to get that. And then that I have. It's 12 Kanzi from Chopper Vapes.
Ooh.
So, oh shit. So it's a can. It is a can. Well, everybody knows what Kanzi is, but it's quite heavy on the coconut, which is something. If I'm making Kanzi, I don't put coconut in it, but it's actually really nice.
Ooh.
And my other device I'm on tonight is the Drag X, the steampunky version Jobby, which is.
I still like that one.
It looks gorgeous. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And in that I have Cookie Twist, banana oatmeal cookie.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I keep on seeing that. I keep on meaning to pick one up.
That's lovely. It's
Is
really,
it?
really nice. Oh, yeah. Very Moorish.
I'm having some of that.
Very, very Moorish.
Is that in TVS?
No.
Damn. So Gail says, you had me until you said coconut.
I know, Gail, honestly, when I did the knuckle test on it this evening, I thought, do you know what, it is heavy on the coconut. But when you're actually vaping it, the coconut seems to disappear. It is nice.
Well, I've just polished off that one from Harley. He's Untold. And I really enjoyed that one. Because whereas you normally get coconut as in, so like just normal coconut, this was more like a coconut icing. You know, can you remember the bars that you used to get inside? You used pink and white. It had that kind of a coconut taste to it. And I destroyed that blooming bottle. Totally destroyed it.
How dare you, sir?
Sorry, I've just had to move chat about there. I was Happy Me was missing, so when I was trying to show what I was vaping on the camera, I was like seeing like that. Sorry, I was having a brain fart moment.
Hi, Frank. Fist bump.
So yes, that's me. I've only a pod wanker tonight, so
There's nothing wrong with the pod.
Nothing at all, darling.
Those Drag X's. I wish to God they'd brought them out years ago, because I wouldn't have bought half the bloody stuff that I've got, because those now are my daily beater mod.
See, I'm saving up. I want to get the Max, the Dual 18650. That's what I'm saving up for.
I've got one.
You've got one.
Yeah.
Look at the smile on his face when he tells him that. I've got one.
As a matter of fact, I've got another one on order too.
How much are they out of interest?
Well, I'll say that. The first one's not mine. The first one's actually Jules. She got it sent in for review. So when I saw it, I went, "Ooh, I need to be having that." Oh, I bought the limited. Well, I've ordered the limited edition.
Oh, that's the one with the.
Comes with everything.
Yeah.
And I think it was, including postage, about £60 for the whole lot.
That's blooming good.
Bloody hell.
Because you get the RBA deck as well, don't you? The proper, not just the coil, it's the actual RBA deck.
Yeah, I was actually looking for a damn thing. I actually think it's downstairs. But yeah, you open it up and it's just packed.
Yeah, I've been seeing a couple of Americans review it and it's sort of like, I'm not normally a big pod fan or AIO fan per se, but that does look nice.
It does. If I don't know, my good lady has heard us because she's watching us on TV as we speak. So I think she's now possibly heading upstairs with the damn box. She is.
Hang on a minute.
Evening, Dale.
So yeah, I'm going to be saving up to get one of them.
I must admit, the Valerian does have nice flavour, but it's a bit of a harsh vape sometimes. Oh my god!
It's that RBA deck that I'm really interested in.
I've got the RBA deck for that as well.
Yeah, I've got the RBA deck. I did a review of that.
Yeah, this one's Jules. This one's actually hers. So mine and Zan still got to arrive.
Believe it or not, for how long I've been reviewing, I have. It just looks nice. Oh, I've never reviewed Vupu ever. In all the time that I've been reviewing, I have never reviewed Vupu. Vupu, if you're watching.
The original Vupu. What the hell is it?
I must admit, I think that's a birthday present in the making. Because that does look rather nice.
It does, doesn't it?
What's the wattage limit on it, dude?
200 watts.
100?
200.
Nice.
200?
200.
Yeah, it's a dual 18650.
Interesting. So does that mean there's a larger PMP coil in the offing?
Probably.
What I'll do, I was, if you go into their Facebook page, I know they've still got limited supplies of these ones left.
Oh, right.
So,
Well, I've shoved it.
I think there's only I think it's 2 colours left. I think it's either 2 or 3 colours left. They brought them out 5 colours to begin with, and you'll probably find it. But again, they'll do the same as what they did with the Drag X. Give it another 3 or 4 weeks down the line, they'll go, and here's the other versions, and you'll be like, you bastards. Why did you not just bring the whole frigging lot out in one hit? And it's what they do, isn't it? They entice you with the first one, and you think, well, that's really nice, and then they bring out the lovely colours, and you go,
have I got another £60 in my wallet?
And he told her, just give me the money. Just get a direct debit with Vupu.
See, to be honest with you, I can't fault them in that.
No.
Don't get me wrong, I couldn't fault them. I mean, I enjoyed their stuff. The original Drag was one of the very first mods I ever bought, and it still serves me well. Although, as I say, but we're still unpacking. We'll be frigging unpacking for about the next 10 years. By the way, there's bloody COVID's going on, because there's still a lot of boxes over at my stepmom's, and we're not supposed to visit people these days, are we? Again. No. So I can't get everything back over. And I was on that note as well. I was hoping to start to build some pistons this weekend, but I can't find my bloody box of O-rings. So I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, the Voopoo with the gene chip.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even the original drag when it first came out, it was still a corking mod.
Yeah.
The only thing that I did, and the only reason why I didn't get one is because of my OCD. They had a lovely panel on one side and drag on the other side, and it just wound me up. Oxford coils, the 0.2 seems to hold up, but the others are gone within 2 tanks.
Yeah, I can agree with Frank on that one. Because and then where the hell is it? There. And that my other drag X, that the what was I had the 0.3 coil, I think it was.
I think he's on about the Oxford.
Oh, the Oxford.
To be honest with you, I've not had a problem with any of them.
These, you're literally like 2 tankfuls and.
What PMP coil do you use?
That is the. I think it's a 0.3. It's in that. I think it is 0.3. I'm sure it is. It's in these ones, and that it's in this one.
Because I tell you one thing, we've got the 0.45, we've got the 0.8, and we've got the 0.2, and the 0.2 seems to be the big seller out of all three coils. The
0.2, I think, is the one that seems to last the longest as well. Because that 0.3, I think the wattage range is up to about 40 odd watts. I think it is. Whereas the 0.2 goes, I think you can crank that up to between 70 and 80.
Yeah.
So.
Good evening, Willie. That is my favourite YouTube name for the night.
Good evening, Willie.
Being careful with that one, boys. Oh, man. Jesus. Right. Well, we do have one news item this evening, which is...
Oh, do you want me to bumper it?
If we could, darling.
Yeah, sorry. News bumper. There you go, sir. News bumper.
Thank you, darling. Right. It would appear, finally, that Bloomberg is gaining some interest from the powers that be. The House leader in the Philippines House of Representatives has pushed for an inquiry into where funds have come from that the nation's FDA have accepted. The agency is responsible for the approaches to vaping and other non-tobacco alternative nicotine products. This was followed by another politician calling for the immediate suspension of all FDA public hearings. So what's got them so riled, you ask? So the FDA acknowledged that it has accepted donations from 2 organisations, the Union and the Bloomberg Initiative. Effectively, that means all the funding has come from a single source. Michael Bloomberg, our vaping friend. If only that was true. The Bloomberg Initiative was set up in 2006 to strengthen tobacco control efforts to reduce the toll of tobacco in low and middle income countries by implementing proven tobacco control policies. It's highly influential at dictating WHO policy as well. The Union, on the other hand, co-manages the Bloomberg Initiative to reduce tobacco use grants program in partnership with the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids. And we know what a reputable bunch of people
wonderful people they are. Lovely.
Indeed.
Tobacco-free kids.
Yeah.
So when you get a kid, can you get the option? With or without? So leaded or unleaded?
I want one with the tartan finish. Tartan, always stylish. So Estrelita Swan Singh asked them, isn't this a conflict of interest because you were funded by Bloomberg for the National Tobacco Control Program? Isn't this a conflict of interest in coming up with this regulation? This grant might have pushed the policy directions for the regulations. This is important to us. They are giving grants to a government agency, and this and that is a public document, a grant to the national government through a national agency, so it's a public document. The FDA's official initially denied the body had received any funding. Then, when admitting it, had stated that an anonymous official had instructed him not to comment on the matter. So the deputy speaker immediately requested a suspension of the consultation and filed for a congressional investigation. Association Vapers India said these international NGOs directly fund government departments and state tobacco control programs, which shouldn't be allowed, as receiving money directly from private entities creates massive conflict. While India moves to tighten FCRA laws, these foreign NGOs and their local grantees have broken and continue to break laws. One of them, Burning Brain Society, is filing court cases with this money, which violates the norms. So entrenched is this cartel that when a government official questioned this foreign funding, he was promptly booted out and barred on the errant NGO quickly lifted. Emboldened, these foreign firms are now proposing highly discriminatory policies like banning less harmful substances in developing nations, but not in the West. Yes, in countries where harm prevention is vital, people have low access to healthcare. The global nicotine consumer umbrella organisation, INCO, commented, INCO decries the use of undisclosed financial inducements and lobbying designed to pressurise foreign governments into enacting draconian laws. Interventions on health policy driven by unilateral convictions of a billionaire anti-THR zealot is corrupt and undemocratic. INCO, come on, tell us what you think. I've been waiting for this because it's about time Bluebird got his comeuppance on this.
It is about time. I mean, Blumenecky's had a lot of fingers in a lot of pies when it comes to vaping.
And when you consider he probably controls at least a quarter of the American media, you know, at least a quarter.
Oh, at least, yeah. And then obviously he was trying to push his own products as well.
Oh, God, yeah. You're not kidding. Oh, Jenny. Jenny, that's no.
Sorry, guys, I zoned out there for a bit. You were talking about vaping news.
You've had enough tonight, haven't you?
Fucking
Yes, another one.
Ching!
So Jenny's sending me dirty pictures now.
Really?
It looks like a banoffee pie. That's just unfair.
Ching!
Unmute your mic. I need the beer.
Rant over. Oh shit! I lost my chat again. Where's my chat away tonight? Sorry.
Oh, bless. Bloomberg's had more than a finger in. He's rightly a lot of stuff. He has, Irish. You're not kidding. The problem is they've got away with it for so long. And it has influenced tobacco reduction policies in various countries. It has influenced the media in America, whipping up such a storm that people weren't thinking. They were just reacting. It became almost a religion. You know, we got caught in the backwash, and now we've got the Daily Mail. Stevie mentioned the story earlier before we came on. Apparently, the Daily Mail are reporting there's 100,000 less vapors. Well, if you shut the vape shops, what do you think's going to happen?
I'd like to know, to be honest with you, I'd like to know where they got that figure from.
It would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because no.
Quote your sources, Daily Mail. Yeah. Did you see that pathetic story they ran the other day? Britain faces temperature drop. Temperatures of -2 expected overnight. Well, whoopee-doo, boys.
Oh. We get that in the summer.
Exactly.
Nothing new to us. You're snapping penguins off lampposts in the summer.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Vic. It's 400,000 less vapors. Source was
Right
YouGov
back.
polls.
Hi.
Stop it. I love it. He appears out of nowhere, doesn't he?
Ian, we never even mentioned cakes.
Stop
Or
it.
steak bake.
Good
It
evening,
wasn't
Vic.
even
I hope
mentioned.
you're well, mate. Oh, so yeah, it's interesting. But again, like I say, you shut the vape shops for a prolonged period. What's going to happen? They're going to go back to tobacco.
Well, it's
You know.
inevitable, isn't it? I mean, blooming heck. I mean, let's face it, not everybody who vapes is internet savvy.
Nope.
There are a lot of them that are not internet savvy. And some
you
people
can't-
are just not interested in being on the internet, but still vape.
And you can't buy a single coil and, 2 or 3 bottles of Nick salts on the internet, can you?
That's an interesting one, Dale. 12 Monkeys showing that lockdown killed 400 of the 4,000 independent vape shops in the UK. They were expecting 800 to go before the end of the tax year.
Blimey.
That's not good.
That
But
isn't
we've
good.
noticed it. At the vape shop that I work at, we've noticed a drop compared to before COVID and then after COVID.
And again, you shut down the shops for that long, it's going to happen. I still cannot see why vape shops and tobacco harm, places that did tobacco harm products weren't allowed to open. And when they were allowed to open, the vape shops are some of the few shops that I see where you've got minimal customers going in. People are queuing up outside. Those shops that are big enough, they are enforcing the 2-meter rule.
See, the thing is, though, alcohol shops, they were allowed to open, weren't they?
Exactly.
So why not vape shops?
Well, this is it. You open up an off license and you've got somebody deciding to have a party. And that's been proven. Look, Stevie was talking about it. The pub's shut at 10 and it's everybody back for a fish and chip supper and
What's up?
a stomp.
Saying that, Vic's talking about Stocktober. I haven't seen that much.
Yeah. There's not been anything, even on social media. It's been
Very little.
Let's face it, guys. We're still in the midst of this global pandemic, the COVID-19, and it's taking precedence over everything. To be honest with you, at the moment.
Oh gosh, yeah, totally.
And I think that's possibly why you're not seeing the likes of Stoptober being as widely advertised as it usually is. If it wasn't for the likes of Aiden doing his Stoptober, quite a lot of people wouldn't know it was still going on.
Exactly, yeah.
But that's usually the thing. It's great that we know that that's going on, but it's other people out there that there's nothing. I don't know if there's anything in the newspapers because I don't buy a paper, and I don't really watch the news or anything like that. Just ordinary council TV doesn't interest me. But I haven't seen anything because you used to see it on billboards, you would see it on bus shelters, you would see it on buses. Nothing.
I haven't seen anything. Literally not seen a thing.
Tell you what, the other thing you haven't seen is the offers. Because in previous Stoptobers, it's been buy a kit, get free juice, etc. And that's not being funded by the shops.
No, well, I must admit, Bunny and Brew were doing that on theirs. They were doing that on their Facebook page for their shop. They were doing that. So,
Well, to be honest with you, a brick and mortar store at the present moment can't afford to be doing them kind of things.
No, they're cutting their own throats financially.
Well, this is it. But you would think that the manufacturers would be putting together package deals. They've lost sales.
Yeah, but the thing is as well, look at the amount of vape manufacturers at the moment are going tits up.
Yeah, fair point.
Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of that happening, just as Vic. Sorry, Victor.
But also, I don't know about you, but I mean, you can tell there's something wrong because there's no buzz at all in vaping at the present moment. There's no buzz whatsoever. Now, there's normally a buzz of something going off. In past years, the new, it's sort of like it was squonking one year, it was Mex the year after that, it was mouth to lung, or there would be sort of like a buzzing juice, it's sort of like the new whatever flavour. Then everybody was up getting on board with that. There just didn't seem to be anything. It just seems to be on that lull par of a model be released, a pod'll be released, a new tank, but no va-va-voom.
Yeah, I mean, as Vic says, it's this year's October is going to be mirrors with next year's April, possibly. Ian Gale says that the whole industry is stagnated, and Vic's also put it's caused there's no expos market killed it. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But as long as Flaneur is still going ahead and Steak and Day, I'm sorted.
Well, I mean, the other issue you've got is the manufacturers aren't going to be cranking out large numbers of units because they don't know whether they're going to have outlets for it. Yeah, look at Pam's just mentioned Australia.
In China, put the dampers on it themselves. They can't sell their own products in their own country.
No.
So if you've not got a market, are you going to really be cranking out anything new? America's on hold. So that leaves Europe. We're in the middle of COVID. Just you be happy with your garlic bread.
I had some tonight, Gailey, because Jules made lasagna again.
Chris Doyle, fist bump.
Hey, Chris.
Right, guys, are we going to get on to our main topic?
Wait a minute. Mr. Doyle, where the hell have you been? See what time it is?
Yeah, we start at 7:30, not 8:30.
Yeah. So if you buy the Golf GTI, it means you'll be bloody home in time to get this show for the start, not buy the Ford. Betty has spoken.
There you go. You've been warned. Are we going to talk about our main topic?
Yeah.
Right,
I think we ought to.
Yeah, bored now. Move on.
I'll let you go for it then.
Who?
You.
What was the main topic?
The main topic this evening, because he's had a brain fart.
I was only kidding.
Oh, that's all right. Go on then.
No, you got senior started, don't you?
No, Betty.
No.
Hit the accelerator, darling. Take us up to 88.
We were having a little discussion, guys. As you know, we've done all the retro stuff in the past, the movies, books, and TV shows and stuff. There seems to be a lot of TV series that have been getting a resurgence at the moment. They've been getting a new lease of life. Don't get me wrong, some of them are absolutely bloody dire. If you've seen the new series of Monkey,
Don't.
No, I'd rather put a brick through the TV and watch it. It's actually dire. So, what I was thinking was, what retro TV shows would you guys like to see make a return and be revamped for the 21st century? And possibly, who would you get to play, or who would you like to play the main characters in that TV series? There's one for you to think about.
Now,
well, when you was talking about that one, I'm having a resurgence of watching Tales of the Unexpected. And the actual stories on Tales of the Unexpected are absolute wow, Gaily Bops. Whoa. I think the actual stories would hold up still today, and I think if they redid them, that would be a good series.
Yeah, and the other one that we spoke about the other night was Armchair Thriller, Mark. That was it was along the same kind of vein, but a lot of the armchair thriller ones, there was a lot more supernatural stuff thrown into the mix with that, because it used to scare the crap out of me when I was a kid. Some of them, especially with the music at the very start. And I'd be watching it, I'd be sitting like, oh my Christ, because I was only a kid at the time, sitting bottling it. But yeah, I would like to see the Tales of the Unexpected and Armchair Thriller. I'd like to see them being remade for the 21st century.
Because we've been watching the replays because it's on Sky Arts, and the stories still hold up, but obviously they just could do with that, modern. I mean, obviously it was done in the late 70s, early 80s, and they are showing their age. But the story isn't, if you get my meaning. It's just obviously when it was made, and you can tell it was done on a budget. You could tell sort of like what era it was from. But I think the stories themselves really still hold up.
Yeah. I mean, I've recently renewed my BritBox. And on BritBox at the minute is all the Blake 7s, Sapphire and Steel.
Oh, Sapphire and Steel.
Space 1999, UFO. There is some classics on. So for $5.99 a month, if you're a fan and you can afford it, it's worth it. I would love to see Blake 7 remade. Use the same scripts, but I had an epiphany in the car on the way home. Idris Elba as Avon.
Oh, yeah.
I think he would get that cold, hard calculating, but that softer side that sometimes peek through. I'd love to see that.
See, I loved Blake 7. I think it was a lot more gritty than a lot of things that were going off at that time.
Well, I think it would. I think you could quite easily port it across now. Obviously the special effects would be so much better.
Oh yeah,
Serverland's the only one I couldn't think of somebody who would suit that role.
Oh, her, is she an Australian actress? She played in the remake of V. Oh God, what was her name now? Oh God, this escaped me. She would make a good Servalan, I think.
See, interesting. Vic's mentioned Robert Carlyle because I had visions of Robert Carlyle as Blake. I think that would work. Oh, Babylon 5, that does need to be redone.
Yeah, it does.
I love Babylon 5. That and the Excalibur as well.
What about Farscape? I'd like to see Farscape redone.
Yeah, and take out some of the puppetry out of it. It was, although it was Jim Henson's workshop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was involved in that initially. But the puppets like the pilot and what was other the little one that flew about in the bloody God, what was his name now? The little one that used to fart, and when he farted, he farted helium.
Can't think of his name. Rigel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Giuseppe, it's interesting you mentioned Tomorrow People because Stevie playing the Tomorrow People on YouTube while we were chatting.
I found the first season on YouTube the other evening there. Obviously, the Tomorrow People, when we had it here in the UK, it was aimed at kids, but then they made the remake, and it was America got a hold of it and basically made a rat's arse of it. It was alright as a standalone program, but it wasn't the Tomorrow People that I knew and grew up with. But yeah, like I said, Farscape. They've got the technology now to take any sci-fi program that was made from the 60s. I mean, they've done it with Star Trek. We know they've done it with Star Trek. But any of the other ones that have lasted that length of time from then till now, they've got the CGI technology to make them far better. Although some of them, as you say, the likes of Blake 7, it did have the grittiness and that about it. Even Doctor Who's obviously progressed over the years. You just don't touch that. Although Vic will say that the last season was pants.
It was pants.
I stopped watching Doctor Who years ago, to be perfectly honest with you. But you've got a lot of things, out there. I mean, even get away from the sci-fi side of things. I would love to see the Sweeney remade with Philip Glenister as John Thor's character.
Oh, Regan.
Jack Regan.
That would work. That would work. Mind.
I just couldn't. I couldn't think who would have put in Dennis Waterman's place. I couldn't. I just couldn't. I couldn't get anybody to fill those shoes.
Tom Hardy.
I don't know. To me, at times Tom Hardy can be too wooden.
Yeah, but George was fairly wooden.
Yeah, but you got to remember it was 70s though, wasn't it?
True.
Yeah, and you could sing the theme tune. Write the theme tune.
I'd love to see Hazel come back.
Yeah.
Hazel. God, I can't remember. I ain't seen that in donkey's years.
Well, Tim Roth would be perfect for Hazel. I mean, thank you for that, Simon. You know, that sort of cynicism, world weariness, that's Tim Roth to a T. But, what else would The Borrowers starring Vic? That's a bit harsh.
Nice reply, Vic.
See, the thing is, though, you could hear Vic say that, though, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
And I guarantee the finger was up at the screen as well at the same time.
Right there, Noel. Right there.
Right there.
I would love to see a remake of the New Avengers.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, I know they made the movie a few years back, and that was another one that bombed. But I think a remake of that would be pretty good.
I know I've mentioned it already, but Joanna Lumley, I'd love to see Sapphire and Steel.
Oh God, yeah.
You know, now
I mean,
you've got the
you
graphics.
watch it now and you can tell it's aging, but the actual, again, like I said about Tales of the Unexpected, the actual stories were really good.
Kevin, you naughty boy. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The casters in the roles.
Who's who, Kevin?
Well, I'm the ugly. Mark's got to be the good. Stevie, you've been typed.
That's probably my bad language. Sorry. Even as I thought, what about MASH? You know, I love that program. I used to tune into that regular when I was growing up.
But if you're going to say MASH, what about Taxi?
Oh yeah. Hill Street Blues.
Taxi. Yeah, Hill Street Blues. Yeah.
Trying to think, what a Cat's Eyes. I think there's room for that. Mind it, that was more of a sort of. That was almost like a British sort of Charlie's Angels, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With the heavy police. Now, what was the one where they? Was it Across the Line? It was the one where it was the police investigation unit. There was 3 of them.
What? CSI?
No, it was a British one. It was early 90s, around the time of Murphy's Law. I'm trying to think who it was that starred in it, because...
Meister Bars. See, I mean,
you can't remake Heartbeat. I mean, blooming heck, that was set in 60s and it went on longer than the 60s did.
And CSI is too modern. It's to make a remake of that, to be honest. At the moment, I mean, we're talking retro stuff. I mean, going back to when we were kids, 60s, 70s, early 80s, programs that we grew up with. What would you like to see remade?
Follyfoot Farm.
What?
Follyfoot.
Next, you'll be saying Black Beauty.
Oh, no.
Never get that theme tune in my head.
That always brought a tear to my eye, Black Beauty.
Prisoner, yeah, Vic. I thought about The Prisoner.
No, they did the remake, and that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Also, I meant the other night I mentioned Kojak as well, but who the hell would you put in place of Telly Savalas? Now, forget about the bald head and the Who Loves You Baby and the lollipop and all that. Who would you put in? Bunny, you've mentioned it. You mentioned the name Kojak, or you mentioned the show Kojak. Who would? There, it's there. Exact. That's who I was thinking. Ving Rhames. That's the person I had in my mind for that particular role.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got that grittiness, he's got that hardness about him, but he's got a soft side.
See, I could see Gerald Butler pulling that off.
I was just about to say, Timmy, they've already done Wurzel Gummidge. That was terrible.
He's just a tosser for Paisley. And I don't mean any disrespect like that for anybody else that's from Paisley.
I'd like to see Logan's Run.
No, I enjoyed that. That was a good. The TV show was good. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. But again, we're going back to the realms of sci-fi. Obviously, with the CGI technology they've got just now, any program for those eras,
could be really
better with the CGI.
I'm mega. I know this is slightly off topic, but I'm mega looking forward to they're going to make a TV series of Cabal. Which Nightbreed, Hellraiser, Nightbreed, Clive Barker, but they're actually going to do a TV series which Clive Barker's going to be involved with as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, Rian, perfect. Oz, do you remember that?
Oz,
mid 90s. It was set in the bloke's prison, the Emerald City. It was almost like it was just awesome. It was so character driven. Forget the fact it was in a prison. You just tuned in every week to see what was going to happen to your favorite character. It was awesome. Logan's Run is too iconic. They just F it up by making them be, well, if the government says we have to die at 30, they know best. See, now, Ben, they did Knight Rider, and they could have done so much more with that. They just made it too kiddified.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of them. They do make them too kiddie-ish, don't they?
Yeah, it's almost like terrestrial TV forgets there's adults.
I mean, that's going back to the likes of the Tomorrow People. I mean, originally the show for the early 70s, it was aimed at kids because it was shown after 4 o'clock. But then when they remade it, the Americans remade it, it was more of it's for your teens, young adults, with the violence and things like that. It was in it. It didn't need that. If it just had stuck to the storylines along those kind of storylines, then you wouldn't have needed all the rest of the bump that they threw in for good measure.
Oh, Jules, definitely. Hammer House of Horror. The TV series version of it. That'd be absolutely brilliant.
Andy North, I love you. Blot on the Landscape. I would love to see more Tom Sharp on the telly. I really would. There is something you cannot kiddify.
I think I watched one episode of that when it came out, and I thought, I don't get it. And I tried to read the novels, and I couldn't get them either.
Oh man, the series of books set in the South African police force, you'd never get it past the PC Brigade, but they are some of the funniest books I have ever read. Writers' Assembly, etc.
Gail, I'd be happy with fucking Ground Force. Oh, right, who would you get to
play?
Oh,
that's interesting. What Vic's just put. I didn't know that. Reboot of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Tom Hanks wants to do 3001: The Final Odyssey, which is obviously the last book, but only if he can reboot from the beginning. Interesting, that.
Now, do you think? Yeah, it'd be interesting, that. But would the thingy's estate allow it to happen?
Well, Kubrick's.
Yeah.
See, to be honest with you, 2001 Space Odyssey, you can't remake that. I don't care what you say. You cannot remake that. To have... Oh, well, sorry, I tell her that you can remake it, but I don't think it would have the same effect as the original Kubrick film.
Yeah.
What you doing, Dave?
Daisy, Daisy.
Now, I know I mentioned this the other week, but I would still love to see somebody try and tackle Neuromancer. The cyberpunk stuff from William Gibson, that just screams for a TV show. But I mean, that's a book from when I grew up, But 2010 Odyssey 2, 2061 Odyssey 3, 3001 the final, make 3 follow-up novels from the original 2001.
Grumpy, to be honest, it would need to be the $6 billion man. It wouldn't be the $6 million man, because you wouldn't get a great deal for $6 million these days, would you?
No.
As we spoke about it earlier on before we actually came onto the show, what would you get for $6 million? He's left nut.
Well, they did the Bionic Woman, didn't they?
Yeah,
and that wasn't very good.
No.
Again, too kiddified. The original stuff that the $6 Million Man, the original book, Cyborg, that the $6 Million Man was based on, was one of the darkest stories ever. A government...
Bunny, I love you to pieces, yes.
See that original storyline for the $6 million man, did that actually not appear as an episode of The Outer Limits or The Twilight Zone?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Because I know they did something along the same lines, because there was a Terminator-style episode in one of those programs as well, and I think they did the same sort of lines with the $6 million man, should I say. I'm sure it was one of those two programs, and obviously they took that concept and made the TV series with Lee Majors, who I thought was brilliant.
Yeah, I loved it, absolutely. I used to have a little... I had a dolly.
You had a dolly you looked through the eye.
Oh yeah. Now Dale's just raised a good point. The problem is how many of these shows would work once they fill the PC quotas. One character for the LGBTQ community, one for the black community. It would happen.
Yeah. And the way that a lot of these American studios seem to work at the moment, it doesn't matter how high your ratings are. They'll sweep the show away completely. They'll finish it after one season. And as I say, it doesn't matter how high their ratings are. They'll just go, do you know what? Move on to something else.
Oh, there you go. Vic's just dropped another bombing. Scott Bakula hinted that there's a chance of a reboot being planned in 2021, and he may be a producer. Now that would be good.
I loved Quantum Leap. Me and our Aiden, oh God, we used to go to his bedroom, watch Quantum Leap, then Red Dwarf, Thursday nights.
See, I still remember the original Monkey and Water Margin.
Oh God, yeah.
Back in the 70s, the Water Margin, that was fantastic.
Oh, the Liang Shang Po.
Yeah. The bad dub and everything, yeah.
Yeah, but that new version of Monkey is absolutely dire.
I've not seen it.
There's been so many versions of that story, though.
But,
now I've got Wilma Deering's ass in my mind. With Captain Jack, it was Torchwood.
Which is an acronym of Doctor Who.
See Andy again calling for Day of the Triffids.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the Day of the Triffids.
Somebody mentioned that earlier on.
Yeah, Vic.
Yeah. Oh, what? Tripods.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, Tripods.
Which obviously was a spin-off from War of the Worlds. Again, that was a kids show.
Yeah, it was based on. It was a kids' book series.
Yeah, I remember reading the books years ago. As a matter of fact, I think it's one of those books that or a series of books that I could read again. But yeah, I think that would.
Did any of you lot see the War of the Worlds that they did? Were it last year at Christmas time?
There was two came out, wasn't there? It was the BBC.
Yeah, that's what I'm on about, the BBC. I enjoyed it up until the end. I thought the last episode was crap.
It was it kind of deviated for the original storyline too much for me. And what was it Timothy Spall's son that played the lead character in it for a bit, and then he got bumped off, didn't he? Is it Timothy Spall's son? Is it Rafe Spall?
I can't remember, to be honest with you.
His son?
I know, I remember watching it, and the first, I think it was only a 3-parter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the first 2 were brilliant, and then the last one was just,
I must admit, the ending had me sort of scratching my head. But
I mean, we talk like Dale's just mentioned. We were talking about all these TV shows that we enjoyed as a kids. I don't think a lot of them could be made because of the PC side of it. I mean, look what they're doing to Doctor Who now.
Yeah.
Dumb. Eurotrash with Irish as a presenter.
Let's put it this way: you couldn't have Al Garnett back, could you?
Oh God, no. I mean, I used to love Cuckoo's Nest and things like that, and Live Birds and all that lot.
Rising Damp, things like that. And there's
what was the one where they were in hospital? I am HAPPY.
Only want to laugh.
Yeah, I used to love that as a kid. And another daft one was Never the Twain, when there was the Antiques, the old 2 guys.
Oh God, Andy, The Professionals, mate.
Oh yeah.
But who would you get to play Bodie and Doyle?
No. More importantly, who would you get to play Cowley? Because you would need somebody with that gravitas. My flashy Terrorhawks.
Bring back Michael Bentin's Potty Time.
Potty Time.
Oh God, the Gaffer.
The Gaffer.
I preferred Selwyn Froggatt to the Gaffer. Just for the theme tune, to be honest. Oh, Norris.
Oh, Norris. Oh, God.
Robert Carlyle as Cowley, a bit lighter, but still authoritative.
Is he old enough?
No. It's a shame Edward Woodward's still not about.
I tell you, him out of... you're on about the Swede. Him out of Life on Mars.
Philip Glenister.
I could see him doing Regan, but not Cowley. Evening, Dean.
Evening, Dean. Fist bump, buddy.
Hi, Dean. Cowley. God.
Because that does need some growl. Mind, hold on. Who was the geezer that did the Night Porter?
Oh.
Not the hero.
Oh,
Tom.
I can't think of his name. It's him after Avengers, who played Loki.
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah. A younger Cowley, or possibly a Bodie.
Well, yeah. Ken Stott, yeah. But
Taggart. Oh.
There's been a murder. Sorry.
No, Stevie should do that line.
Yeah, come on.
Sir, there's been a murder at Firhill. There's a murder at Firhill every second Saturday.
Ooh, Idris Elba as Cowley. That would work.
Would it?
I'll tell you another one I wouldn't mind seeing again, a remaking of it, Boone.
Now, is that one that's locked away in that special place?
I think it probably is, but who's
I mean,
Yeah.
somebody put in Magnum, and Jules said Magnum was done not that long ago, and I think they changed the characters around, didn't they? Magnum.
Yeah. It wasn't right.
No, I mean, Jules and I watched the remake of Hawaii Five-0, and I must admit, it was good. It really was good. It must have been good. It ran for about 7 seasons or 8 seasons. And that was really good. But the new Magnum, Jason Statham as Bodhi.
He's too old.
Aye. Because Bodhi and Doyle were in their, mid-30s?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Jason Statham. Now he would make a good Eddie Shoestring.
By all
Jason
accounts,
Statham.
Higgins is a woman. That's not
Oh,
right.
Higgins is a woman. It was Higgins was a woman. That's what it was, yeah.
Ben, see you later, dude.
See you later, buddy. Fist bump.
Well, we'd better be thinking about
Yes, we're coming up to the quarter 2.
because the Floof army is getting prepared to march.
Yeah.
In fact, Floof boys, Floof. There you are, Vic. I hope you're feeling better for that little Floof.
A little bit of a floof.
Chunk, you're going to burn for that one. Jim will fix it. Yeah, we'll have it hosted by the Pope this time.
Kevin, that is a good one. Callan.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. Callan. Now, that were a good series. The
Well,
Equal Eye.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy as well. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, but they're just a bit old though, Dean. Deal? Where the hell did that come from? The Floof boys kind of like the Dean boys. Just too old, mate. Too old and round.
Well, it's like the Aldi version of the Dream Boys, isn't it? Let's be right.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Eldorado.
No.
Can you remember? Duty Free will be next.
Oh, damn. I don't know if Prime Suspect would work with anybody else. Helen Mirren did such a good job with that. The Equalizer. I really enjoyed the films.
No, they worked with Denzel Washington, I must admit.
Oh, he was brilliant. 1 minute all kind and cuddly, and the next minute he's snapping your neck.
Nah, Chuck Meister, you can't remake The Good Life.
Who's got a bottom that is worthy?
Exactly.
Eurotrash, I would like to see, but in its original format.
But with PP and Popo.
Now, To the Manor Born. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I never enjoyed that.
I quite enjoyed that. And the other one was Brushstrokes.
Oh, I enjoyed Brushstrokes. Because of you.
That's the one. Many a teenage evening was taken up watching Eurotrash. That's why the crime rates dropped, because you had soft porn on Channel 5, Eurotrash on Channel 4. There wasn't a teenage boy to be found on the streets.
On the buses.
Oh, God. You'd never get away with that one, though.
You won't get away with it at all.
Yeah, I must admit, there's a lot of kind of 70s-esque comedies that there's no way you can remake.
No.
No. Especially not with the scripts, that's for sure.
It'd be so like, no, not touching that one.
No, little bit too hot.
Love Thy Neighbour.
Waiting for God. That was a good one.
Little House on the Prairie.
No, I already suffered the original. No.
It was one of my sister's favourite TV programmes when we were growing up.
What was the other one? There was Little House on the Prairie. Walton's, wasn't it?
Yeah. Night, John boy.
Night, Mum.
Julia Kurtz, stop it, Kev.
Soldier. Yeah, there's a good one. Dean, yeah, Soldier. That would be a good.
Do you think that would work these days, though?
I think so.
And talking about good TV series, you know, Band of Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're making another one.
Oh, cool.
So they've reformed the band.
They're reforming, yeah.
I'll tell you what, actually, Band of Gold. I'd like to see that redone. I thought that was excellent.
Dean, who would you have? Which actors would you have replacing Robson and Jerome and Soldier? What?
I've just had visions of Ant and Dec. Sorry.
Dolph Lundgren and Arnie. I think they're a little bit past it now. It wouldn't be Soldier. It'd be Chelsea pensioner and pensioner.
Jesus. Oh, that's worrying. I'm on the same level as Grumpy tonight. Bless him. Veteran.
Gotta get to the chopper. Who's the 9mm? Adrian.
Oh, dear.
Bless.
Right, guys, are we going to wrap this one up?
Yeah,
Bye,
we'd
Mike.
better call it.
Bye, Mike.
Right, Stevie.
Betty.
Mark.
We could do this all night.
We're all week trying to fish.
Hey guys, once again, thanks for joining us. I enjoyed that tonight. It was something different. It had us all thinking. Maybe do it again and just see where it takes us. Have a think about it. Get you guys in chat. Have a think about it. I know we hit you with this tonight regarding the older TV shows, but have a think. Who would you get to play the lead character roles? Have a think about it, and we'll maybe revisit this again at some point. But again, listen, guys, chat. Thank you very much for joining us again tonight. For you spanners out there, thanks for looking after us again. You do a wonderful job. Mark and Steve, love you guys to bits, and we'll see you same time, same place next week. Over to PFG.
Chat, thank you so much. Willie, cheers for making me laugh tonight, mate. Honest, that's the best YouTube name I've seen in ages. Shockingly good. Spanners, as always, I just can't believe how many programs people threw at us there. That was brilliant. I do like the idea of finding modern replacements for beloved characters, though. I think that's a corker. Guys, as always, you've made my Thursday night. Cheers, dudes. And I shall pass you over to the gaffer, Mark.
Guys, as always, thank you so much. Betty, BFG is awesome. I love my Thursdays. I really do. Guys in chat, thank you so much. And it's great that you're just with us. It's ace. It's brilliant. The only thing minus is not having a beer with each other. That's the only minus thing that's missing. So people in chat, thank you so much. People on the replay, hello and thank you as well. Next Thursday is going to be an interesting one. Yes, we've already planned something. We're going to be doing 10 questions. That's all I'm going to say. Both of us. All three of us, I've got 10 questions. So it's going to be an interesting show next week. So please come and join us. 7:30 Thursday evening. And we will be there entertaining you as always. So from me, BFG and Betty, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, we'll catch you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, don't want to be.
Irish, that's just wrong.
What's he said now?
I'd remake From Dusk Till Dawn with Helena Bonham Carter doing the strip show.
What's I going to say? Tilda Ogden.
I'd rather Harlequin.
Oh, no.
Bet Lynch. I want to see that leopard blouse coming off slowly.
Hashtag fish flops.
Oh.
And we're
Bless you.
clear, dude.